Hello everyone and welcome back to the DreamHack Open Valencia powered by FACEIT. We're already engaged in an absolute slobber knocker here. Kinguin versus Virtus. I just always wanted to say slobber knocker. Kinguin versus Virtus Pro. Let's talk about the mentality of the choke here, because Virtus Pro, this is a map they know inside out. They have good results on it. They're up against a team that admit we even broke up a boot camp to come here. We don't even know who's calling, how it's going to work. We got no tactics for this map, and yet it's gone to overtime. So, guys, you were casting it. We'll come to Henry in a second, but I'll start with you. What are your thoughts initially on what you have seen?
I mean, there were definitely a couple of key rounds that we're pretty going to look at as well that could have finished the game a lot earlier in favor of VP. That just kind of didn't. Maybe, I mean, the one where it was Bali hiding by electric box, and then later on Rain clutching it. Crazy rounds, obviously, that maybe shouldn't have happened. VP making some pretty glaring mistakes, but I mean, I do actually want to give credit Kinguin a little bit here. I think they played a lot better than I thought they would, and that should be said.
I think it's going to be the power of the mix. Makes it so hard to predict, and when you have such strong aimers on that mix, VP, I mean, like Na'Vi, you know, they seem to struggle versus these teams they can't really do their homework on. As we heard from Cuban before the match, he's like, well, we don't really know what these guys are going to do because they haven't played that many officials. They haven't played any officials with Dennis, really. I mean, yes, they have, but it's like online stuff. It's not like LAN stuff, right? So what do you have to go off of? How can you predict? How can you set up your game to deal with theirs? So I think that definitely caught off VP off guard, that they struggled a whole lot more trying to deal with this this random style.
Yeah, well, picking up on a few of the glaring errors that you were talking about, we got one of the clips here. This was, I think, Piali we've got on this clip with a big miss. And Henry, this is where I get to bring you in. So just talk us through what's going on here and why it's significant.
Well, there you go. The fact that the bomb's down and ticking away so quickly, you're in such a strong position as behind the electric box. Like, he hasn't even gone for the fake defuse yet. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fact the bomb's ticking away, all you need to do is wait for the fake defuse. You can count another 4 seconds at that point and then phase. A lot of people do tend to do this when you're in a situation where you have the disadvantage. You're trying to surprise the other player, but he had everything in his ballpark. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was no way he could have lost that round had he just hit it, and the bomb was almost exploding at that stage already. So you've got to question what was going through his mind facing.
So what's made him face? I'm gonna ask you that question. What is going through his mind? Because Biali's a smart player.
That's the thing. Like, you have to ask yourself a lot of the rounds what was going on. A lot of questionable decisions were being made. All I can think of is he knew he had the AWP. He was waiting for the defuse. He knew he had to do a fake defuse. I guess he was going for the element of surprise. Had it worked, we wouldn't even be analysing this round. We'd say, oh yeah, well played. It's the fact he lost it. Unlucky that Makaleli actually had the AWP on him, but I think that's just scraping the surface on some of the bad things that went on that game.
Well, this is the bit everyone's going to be talking about. It is, of course, the Rain clutch. And I don't want to rain on his parade, but for me, this isn't a great clutch. This is Virtus Pro in absolute malfunctioning meltdown. So again, Henry, you're the pro. I'm going to bring you in to just talk us through when we see the slow-mo.
For anyone who doesn't play Counter-Strike on a daily basis, this is an absolute shocker. This is a nightmare mode of CS. Like, the fact that you know where the player is, they know Rain was in that connector area. The only thing you have to do, right, is one player has to face. He gets the information. At that stage, you have the bomb down. It's in your side of the map. It's outside on train. That is a map that's famous for having every nook and cranny you can hide in, right? Rain coming out and all 4 players facing him. The fact he's even got an opportunity to kill people there is questionable. One player has to face, wait for him to make him work for the bomb, at least get to the bomb and having to make him panic and start facing. The first 3 kills, okay, it may happen with lack of communication. It was the last one for me. The guy up in heaven. The fact he was actually facing at that stage, like, I assume he was trying to catch him out by surprise again, but he just needed to fall back, to sit at the back of that room, and he could have saved that round. But yeah, absolute horror story.
I mean, it goes off of that initial frag, I think, like the Taz one. We're always talking about how, you know, players, they're jumping to get that info, they're taking a risk, and this time is where we see that risk pays off for Rain. He hits that headshot, Taz is gone, and I think that really just is what like triggered VP to start going haywire, saying, well, wait a second, we know this guy is here now, let's take these fights.
But it's such a huge round, right? Like you're going to have to lose the throw away the really important round. It's a 4-on-1 situation, 15-14. In what realm are you thinking, okay, let's just kill him before he even gets to the bomb? Like, I'd be screaming my teammates, let's do everything we can to make him work for this. They do amazing aim display from him, and obviously you can't take anything away from that, but for me, that was VP giving it to him.
And I know you've got some thoughts around this. I did see you drop. Was it an Inhuman Reactions, or are you kidding me?
I don't know why I was screaming at this point.
You got really hyped.
My mind just blanked at that point. I was like, what on earth is going on?
State, like.
Yeah, I actually, that was unreal, really. But I think to categorize the level of mistake on VP's side here as well, like we were sort of talking about, like at that point, if VP disconnect their keyboards and mice, they probably actually play better than when they try and face. But I will say this though, like to try and like, just size, how big of a screw up is it? I generally say, if there's very little time between everyone peaks, then that's better. We do see some screw-ups where it's like a 3 or 4v1 where one guy faces and then there's like 3 seconds and the next guy does it. Actually, VP tried to do it like all at once. It was still very bad. Like, it's still a stupid idea, but at least they had the idea that like, let's just all go for him right now. I mean, someone, you're right, should have made the call, but at least it wasn't like a very drawn out. Like sometimes in these sort of, after plant situations, you get people who just throw away their lives, with at 4-second intervals, and that is completely unforgivable. I feel like there was at least a chance here that VP could have fought Rain and won.
We move on to Dust 2 now, guys. Some quick thoughts about that. Have you seen anything here that's going to make you change your predictions? Because a lot of us had, the 2-0 for.
I'm still going 2-1. Yeah. I could see just straight aim here on Dust 2 making the difference. I mean, clearly. Kinguin, they've got their sights on, they're ready, so...
You don't think that overtime potential upset's going to give Virtus Pro the kick up the backside they need to get switched on?
That's the thing. Like we said at the beginning of the game, like VP famously turned up to tournaments quite late, so that was them, when it went to overtime on their train, they actually got 4-1 on the T-side of the train. They kind of realised what they had to do. Maybe they feel more in the zone now, but like Semba said, like Dust 2, anything can happen, and if the team that's got the better aimers on the day, like that's a big advantage for you. They just need to learn their lessons from yesterday. Their mid was a big problem for them. Cloud9 exploited it quite a lot, running out middle up to B straight away with no real initiation on the map. There was no map control gained. They knew mid was weak. So hopefully we've seen Makaledi AWPing now. Like you would expect Fox to be the main AWPer for Kinguin, but it seems Makaledi's taken that role on now. Yeah. I think that's as of yesterday, he announced on Twitter. So it'll be interesting to see how impactful he can be on Dust 2.
Yeah, he had a few whiffs, it's got to be said, on train, but picked it up sort of as they got momentum and grew into the game. Just some final thoughts from you, Anders, before we're ready to go into the match?
I mean, with this kind of performance from Kinguin, you do kind of feel a little bit shaky in predicting that VP will win. But I'm gonna bank on the idea that this is actually a wake-up call for VP, and that they're gonna come into with a lot more focus on this map. So, I mean, you got to remember, Kinguin did win both the pistol rounds. If not for that, it could have been a very different result. So
they gotta go. Pistol rounds have got to go, guys.
Yeah. Both pistol rounds, and they capitalized on that as well. They got 6 rounds out of that shouldn't have happened.
So I'm gonna stick with VP. I'm gonna. Yeah, keep my prediction.
All right, guys, thanks a lot for your thoughts, especially you, Henry, the pro. He's been there, he's done that, bought the T-shirt, had to sell the T-shirt because he played when people made no money. So we're going to get back into the game. It's Semler and Anders. It's Kinguin versus Virtus Pro. Take it away, boys.
All right. Yes, we're going to be going into Dust 2, and I do believe that Fiflarian is going to be joining us once again once he's finished chatting up Smix or the out on the side here. Oh, and he's brought me more stuff for my throat. If you guys can't tell, then that makes me very happy. But my throat's been a little bit off, and it's actually Fiflarian who's made me sick as well. Thank you very much, Fiflarian. Why did you do that?
Can you hear me? No. Okay. We're waiting on you.
Should be any second now. We'll get the mic on for Fiflarian.
Yeah. Okay. So he can't defend himself now, Anders. So
okay, here we go. I'm back now. Screw you, Anders.
All right, well, we're already live here. Dennis trying to take a fight, and this is a pretty good fight. He does drop low, but I like the idea of repeating with the USPS. He's going to fall back to another angle. Smokes are going to be up. Just the one, and actually one into CT spawn. That's very annoying. VP using these grenades. Well, they have a Molotov that I want you guys to keep an eye on. This could be very important. Rain from behind, missing a bunch of shots and ends up dying. He should have had a lot more out of that. And now it's going to be a 4v4. VP actually coming out of this with maybe a bit more than you would expect him to do at this point in time.
But the afterplant situation now, this is actually pretty favorable for them. Double man on Cat right now, trying to push up, and Taz doing so much work. He manages to find a headshot on screen. Finally, Michael is going to be able to come back into this and turn it into a 2-on-3. At least they have the kit on Fox, so there's the time. But again, that Molotov. But there's the smoke, and it's going to cancel it out. There's no chance now. Michael just wants to get on this bomb.
Oh my God.
But why is it why is it Fox? Why is it not Fox? What is this? They got to put some shots in here. They got to put shots into this smoke. Michael, is he actually going to be able to hold down on this? He's still here, but no, there's not enough time.
Oh no.
The man with the kit is not the man defusing.
And this is where it comes down to communication in that team. Michael had the smoke. You should just strictly call it like Fox, you have the kit. Go and defuse. I'm going to throw the smoke for you, and I'll cover you.
I don't even know.
Wow.
Round 1, if that would happen.
Yeah, I mean, 100% of the time. I still love, Snack still has that same Molotov, so I'm still very glad that he tried to play it that way. Because actually the chances that Kinguin save a smoke for the retake is somewhat minimal, especially in the pistol round.
Yeah, for sure.
Just incredible.
Because they went so fast, so that's why they actually had the smoke. But yeah, that was looking. I was just about to call and say VP has it. They have long control. They have everything.
You're seeing two guys going for a bit more of a hard eco here in this round on Kinguin. Fox and Michaelele, yeah. They're going to be prioritizing it, and I love this. Rather than having the full buy, Na'Vi, they tend to do that, where Guardian will go for like Kevlar, Diggle, and all these sorts of things, right? And I'm just like, why aren't you just letting him save? 4 guys go for the money, and then he just builds his for that first buy round, guarantee that op. So clearly Kinguin, they want to go for that double op strat pretty early on.
Well, Michaelele going to get a chance to put a couple of shots in, but nothing too exciting. Kinguin going for a stacker red beam. I don't mind that at all. I think it's a reasonable idea. You know, maybe it could have worked out, but Virtus.pro doing a good job scouting it out. And I feel like going long in these Antifa rounds is generally a good idea. There's the one risk that you're going to run into a scout, and I feel like actually as a team, you should have a plan for what happens if you do run into a scout long. Do you then want to give up that push immediately, or you want to rush him down? But some teams tend to do something in between where they actually sort of end up, you know, hanging around long, fighting the scout for a long time. Yeah. And I hate seeing that. So do one or the other, but either way have a plan in mind. And Kinguin have a different plan in mind here in the middle.
Yeah, it's like a reverse NOA going on here. This is sick.
Yeah, and it's very smart for Kinguin. They can stack it because they bought, obviously, they force bought with three members. They can stack a site and just end up, if they end up planning A, they can just save these weapons, and it's like they basically force bought twice, right? So they will still, unless they end up falling here now, but which yeah. So they keep all their pistols, their armor and whatever, and now they can do another gamble, and then it doesn't really matter.
Still 3,700, 3,400 on Fox, so these guys will have those ops in the next round.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of the team, now we have to see, are they going to go for some kind of aggressive push going in here? Or do they, is it going to be a boost cat? Looks like it is going to be a boost cat coming in for Kinguin. This is what they did in the pistol round as well, so we'll see if it's effective. Dennis is going to be taking point, and he's got Fox backing him. But Dennis with that 5.7 and Kevlar. Interesting to see Virtus.pro just electing to go for the same play, though. Again, going out long with 3.
Yeah, but now they actually have stacked it here, so...
Yeah, this is a bit dangerous here. Rain doing a lot of damage, but Taz will also take down Michaelele. Dennis trying to cover the cross, which is not fully smoked, and if he lands that shot, that's going to be a kill, but he will fail it. He gets the one on Taz, though, ridiculously. And that actually drops the bomb for just a second. If they had one HE grenade now, that would be beautiful. Pasha and BYOC could both go down. Dennis jumping, not going to hit it quite. He's doing a little bit more, but he's going to end up dropping, and now Scream is alone in a 1v2 that is actually winnable. He's got the UMP as well, out of bullets, pulls out the UMP, but not in time.
If he would have known that they were low, he would have probably won that round, because he was optimal for the CZ, thinking that they still have a lot of HP.
So, a sketchy round could have ended up very badly if Dennis had got, you know, he already did very well, but he could have maybe got another 2 kills in that round, and that would have been horrifying. We're going to go into that double up setup now for the Kinguin team, see if it's going to be effective. And actually, it's a double up on Virtus.pro as well. That's very uncommon, isn't it? 4 orbs in the 4th round.
Yeah, I think that they opted, so obviously Pasha would buy it anyway, and I think the Snacks had the...
Wow, and Michaelele wins that duel versus Snacks. Rain makes it back into the pit as well. This is ideal here for Kinguin. Now they've got the man advantage going into this. And Virtus.pro are going to be the ones trying to find a way back into the round.
Yeah, that even seemed a little bit slow. It actually looked like Michael was allowed to crouch quite a bit into that angle before he took the shot. Dennis is going to be in charge of controlling middle. Smoke is going to go up, and I think he ran away just in the wrong time, and he pushes through the smoke, ends up dropping to Pasha. A huge kill here for VP, and that's going to bring it back into a 4v4, but they're going to run back in through. That is very uncommon. I'm very intrigued if this will work. VP, almost nobody will have, you'll almost never see a team do this.
No, this is so odd, and they're going to go out long as well. Michaelele is still alive on the site.
And they still actually have that one smoke on Taz.
They don't have him on A site, though. He can't really look long. He's going to have to try and pick them off as they come around the corner, or at least try and get eyes on Cat. Not an ideal situation, but oh, this is the boost. Scream gets boosted up right into Pasha's waiting arms. 9 HP left on him, and Rain is able to follow that back up and get a kill.
BYOC pushing up long. Rain is the only one on the bomb site. Smoke, and Michaelele is not going to miss that shot. BYOC goes and get a kill, but he's going to go down right afterwards. And Neo to drop Michaelele with a quad kill in the round. Super well played. I mean, what do you think, Fifrana? I gotta know. Pushing middle, getting that kill on Dennis, so they know there's no one else CT spawn. They can maybe guess there's 2 people in B, but otherwise, should they have run back like that?
Yeah, I actually do like the play, because it caused the Kinguin to rotate. They were a bit too slow, though, and on top of that, that smoke that they throw like towards CT spawn is probably the most common smoke that even pro players fail to throw.
Yeah.
You always see that like small little, and this was a big one.
That was a big gap for Michaelele to work with.
If the smoke would have been great, they would have had the site, would have got the bomb down. Michaelele would not get that triple kill to win the round. So yeah, that one smoke is like, there's not a lot of professional players that can throw that correctly.
This is for me, you know, what's making the difference here is the fact that on Dust 2, the AWPer can have the biggest impact. And Michael right now, he's not missing that opportunity to just go to town. A quad kill in that last round. First round he gets that off. Now he's going to be able to rely on that once again. Fox missing his shot towards Upper Dark, so a little bit of a missed opportunity. But still, Michael, I mean, he can do the damage here for Kinguin.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he played very well on Train, and I think you're absolutely right. That could well be the deciding factor on a map like this one. Rain spraying down with the FAMAS. Pretty good job there, but he will go down eventually. And Michael, they couldn't really easily back each other up, which is a bit of a shame, but he's going to be boosted up by the elevator and is up in the A-bomb site now. But once again, VP are rotating heavily back here. This is actually not how VP normally play Dust 2, in my opinion, so I'm really intrigued right now.
All over the place.
I mean, based off of Kinguin as well, they're actually opting to do the same thing now. They boosted up on Cat, which was the plan originally last round as well, even though he ended up going down.
Scream not hitting those headshots. He gets peekabooed by Neo, but Fox is there, and Fox with the 2 kills before he gets finally taken out. And still Dennis alive on B slope there to make the difference. Drops Viali down to 6 HP. In a 2-on-1 situation, this is possible, but the wallbang shot coming in from Dennis will cinch it, and that's pretty much going to be it. Two rounds.
That was actually Mike Hilele who got the leg shot through the doors. The gap there, all the way over from the A-bomb side. That's a very important shot. Otherwise, who knows if the bomb's going to end up going down, and there's a chance at least. So 2-3, and Virtus Pro going to be back on ecoing here. Yeah, this double up setup for Kinguin is working out quite well.
Yeah, but it seems a lot like VP. They don't really know what they want to do either. They get the entry, and then they, again, like you were saying, Anders, they just over rotate without even really getting. It was a good thing for them that Scream actually did not hit his shots, because that would have just left mid completely open as well. Sure, they still lost a round, but it's like things like that where even though you get the entry, you still need to keep that control just in case like Kinguin actually does something like that.
I mean, traditionally, if you do get the opening over at A where they took down Rain, then it's fine to rotate out of there, but normally you'd leave one guy behind just to try and be annoying, you know, maybe flank around, and it seemed like all of VP just kind of gave it up here, and Dennis with a very smart boost that we saw Cloud9 already SWC use quite a bit boosting in CT spawn, and nice triple here for Fox, so it's going to be 3-3.
One thing, yeah, I mean, one thing though for VP here, when you have like a team that plays double off setup, obviously you will have one in mid/B and you will have one on A, like that's a given, right? And when you have an AWPer towards the B area, a B split is so good because chances are, because he's gonna be by the window, he's gonna be basically sandwiched if you do it correctly, if you actually time it well, and then in reality it's like actually only having that one player holding B, because he's not gonna be able to do that much. He might get one at most if you do it correctly. So like a B split, taking control over catwalk first, and then just B split after.
Oh, I'm disappointed. I was getting ready to be all excited. That grenade looked like it could have hit 3 people.
I mean, like, you know, grenades are what get casters the most excited, right? Like HCs, man. That
Look
damage.
at Kinguin. This is so smart.
Yeah, pushing into lower. Scream going to be moving up, but the FAMAS gets the 1 kill, and now he just has to play it safe. And I love that. Either Scream himself or someone on the team started shouting, but very, very good call to fall back right afterwards.
Yeah, and right now it's basic mistakes that are actually costing VP members.
Yeah, they're not watching their back, and that's going to cost them. And now, again, solid play here for Kinguin, having 2 on the site. There's Michael Lele. Thought he hit that shot. That was way too close. Pasha's there to take out Dennis. So the defense is weak, and there's a man holding on long, and Michael Lele going to get caught. Pasha crouching behind the Molotov, just not going to get spotted there. So a man advantage now for Virtus Pro going onto the A site. They have the bomb. They're going to be able to plant for Cat. They can basically plant for whatever they want.
And this is super smart by Taz as well. He's going to win that fight against Scream. He is taking a little bit of damage, but he wins a second one against Fox as well. And Neo to take down Rain. And VP will win it in spite of, as you said, some fairly basic mistakes on the side. Early on in that round, they failed to get map control of upper, and that's why almost every round on this map you're going to see what we call like the default spread here.
You should do that on Dust 2, unless you have a very good spawn towards long and you want to take it over fast. But even if you do that and you do like a fast A play, you're still going to at least have control over mid, and by the time they push, it's going to be too late for them anyway.
This time, no luck. Rain gets picked off. There was the leg shot on Scream as well through the doors. Nice return there. Michael able at least to do a little bit of damage with the scout, but this is definitely a solid round for Virtus Pro. They've got the advantage.
Fox will take down Snacks, so we are still in a 4v4 here, even though Scream did get legged very early on in the round through the double doors in middle. Grenade going to be bouncing in and will actually do a significant amount of damage here. So not too bad. Michael Hillich, good shot there on Taz to bring him down, and It's looking winnable again for Kinguin. Be quite big if they actually win it back here with Scout Orb instead of Double Orb, especially if they can steal that one that Pasha has.
It's a good shift back and forth, definitely making this interesting. But 3 players on the A site this time for Kinguin. Only the 1 man holding on B. And Virtus Pro, they seem intent to push up onto the A site. 45 seconds left. The flash is there to buy some time. Dennis in position, decides to play it safe and fall back. Now he's just looking for that headshot. Bialy's going to give it to him. Yes, he will, but Bialy hits the headshot first. And then Michael on the side, tagging him up, doing the damage, bringing him all low. He hits another shot. That's Scream, actually, to pick up the kill on Bialy. And now Kinguin, they've successfully fended off the Virtus Pro push, and Fox already in position to just bar the door.
Yeah, could have been a bit scary if Fox had kept pushing that. Neo is going to go down. Oh, sorry, get the kill, and Scream and Fox both fall. So now it's going to be Michael pushing in with the Scout. He hits another shot. He's tagged up the whole team, but he can't win the round. And Pasha instead ends up with a triple kill, I think. And
3
it's
HP.
going to be, that is, did he hit every single player on the team with the Scout?
Everyone except for that one player, and again, I don't even know why VP let that happen, because Michael was so aggressive on Cat. One flash and just run to, like, charge him, right? And you don't want to have him just walk around there, do whatever he pleases. They ended up winning the round anyway. If Fox would have hit that first initial shot there in mid, it would have been game over.
Oh, nice trade already, but the kills are going to go Virtus Pro's way, and Fox tries to push out mid. He's doing some good damage, but he will get peekabooed by Snacks in the end. And Virtus Pro keeping calm, only losing the 1. That's acceptable here in an anti-eco situation, and they should be fine with that.
You're not going to see an op now.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
No, you're not going to.
Yeah, they go for the force, so again, not willing to give VP some room.
How many rounds do they need, Fifth, on the Kinguin side here? CT side? What's a good number for them to win the map?
I mean, considering the fact that they are they're a team based off aimers, seat side should actually be very, like, that should be their strong side, because on T side it comes down to communication, like what do you want to do and stuff. And sure, they don't have a call, or they have the coach to call, but
those kinds of plays work, right? You know, push up there, 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, especially because VP were actually holding middle from T-spawn, so they pretty felt like they had some control there. So could have definitely caught them off guard. Bit of a shame that there was no real follow-up there. So Michael either has to get a double kill, or it's actually not worth it for him to do it. And now Rain inside the bomb site, very much alone. He's got a little bit of backup down to the slope, but he's going to have to do very well here. And they have Molotovs. If they realize, and there it is, double Molotov and grenade. Rain going to have to move out of there, but he's going to get a headshot as he does. Great play from VP, and now it is going to be a 3v3. Dennis looking for a headshot. Last time he didn't get it. This time, there's headshots aplenty as he picks up 2, and Scream will take down Snacks. And Kinguin managed to hold on in spite of the fact that, honestly, it looked to me like that was about to be a completely failed round. Rain had no chance in that bomb site.
Yeah, I mean, VP had control of the entire A bomb site, and still they just stand there.
They hesitate.
Yeah, by the time they kill Rain, that's when someone should at least begin off going on to the bomb site instead they were very passive, just trying, like, obviously wanted to take those duels.
So scared. Why? That's what you gotta wonder. I mean, VP right now, I think they're so convinced that they're the team that need to win that it's almost hindering their game. They're afraid to make the move that would usually just clinch the round for them. So definitely some hesitation that needs to be figured out here for Virtus Pro if they want to close this out. But Kinguin, that was still a fairly expensive round for them. They're not going to be able to get the AWP once again. It's just going to be straight rifles across the board, and they're already fairly low on nades. Not a single smoke left. 2 flashes and an incendiary. That's all the utility they have. So it's going to be a bit tough. Once again, just coming down to straight aim for them to keep VP off of these bomb sites.
It is looking like a B-split now, though.
Yeah.
And
there's no better way to start a B-split like that. Fox going down, Scream alone sprays 1 and very nearly gets a double, but the fact is, even if he gets a double there, it's still favoring VP. Dennis in the middle, gonna get a good fight there against Taz. The second one as well drops by Ali, and this is absolutely cataclysmic here for Kinguin. If they win this round because of Dennis, that's gonna be huge. Snacks and Neo left. The bomb is down, yes, but the Swedish player, he may have brought them way back into this round. Snacks and Neo defending inside. Pop flashes through. Neo gets a kill. Dennis is going to go down. What? Neo picks up 3 kills and wins it for Virtus Pro. Tell me, Fifth, how did they not get that retake?
When Neo had that position, obviously getting the second kill there was so crucial. The third one there, he just ran into his crosshair basically. Yeah. But this was it Dennis that came from the
Dennis,
window? He can't lose that duel. Having 2 nice frags in the mid area, but then opting or going into the window, actually whiffing the shots, just caused him to lose the round.
And that just resets Kinguin's economy as well, because they just won a round. So it's the worst case scenario now for the European mix. Like, what can you do here? You're back to P250s. Do you go for a double eco? Or you're farther away from the op, and already Kinguin have made it clear that they want that double op as a key strat. You need the money to do that, though.
Yeah, and just like this is just since they're ecoing anyway, like a general thing for like people that's on a team and they played us too. Base it off of what your opponents have. So basically, if you hear an op in mid, you want to go either fast A, because the opper will not be able to rotate back to the car, and you will have like basically a free run towards A bomb site. If you don't hear an op, you don't tend to necessarily want to do a B split, because it's a lot easier to take the A bomb site when they only have rifles, because you get the duels that you want. You have AK versus M4, right? Like it's one tap, one kill, and then you can take your time. You can just go and you can take the duels that you so desperately want, right? Instead of like B split, yeah, they ended up winning mainly because Pasha got the entry on that one specific round, but.
I'm starting to get a bit worried here for Kinguin. I feel like they've had a couple of rounds where this could have actually been like a 6-6 scoreline instead of 8-4. And maybe even if they got 6-6, actually they would have probably won another round because VB would have been ecoing instead. So I feel like maybe Kinguin have given up a lot here in the first half already. Trade over on long, but Dennis can't help out. So again, Kinguin aren't getting into good positions where they can trade frags, and that's a big problem. I mean, on the CT side, if you just trade 1 for 1, that is not a good idea. And then Snacks is taking over this bomb side, but there is a guy hiding in the corner. Fox is not seeing him. What on earth is going on? Is this real life? Fox is finally going to see him, and there's the kill. Oh my god, what did we just witness?
I'm wondering myself. That's too odd. Well, now man advantage here for Kinguin, and again, no utility, just straight rifles for them. But Michael kills his teammate, trying to put a shot onto the man on ramp. He'll get the job done the second time around. But he did give Virtus.pro a little bit of help. Scream comes charging through, though, and gets the double kill to clean things up. Bomb plant will still happen for VP, but Kinguin, they win a round, a crucial one here.
I'm so glad I'm not the analyst here, Flaren. Tell us what was going on in this round. How do you get it to walk into the B-bomb site and almost get a perfect flank, and then team kill for Michaelele?
4x3!
Yeah, well, I mean, the walking into the B-bomb site, Fox actually got flashed, and Snack just jumped in towards the car, and by the time he actually saw again, he couldn't actually spawn him. I believe so. Well, actually, okay, he was hiding. No, this was after. So I do believe that's actually Snacks threw a flash in the beginning. Over here, Kinguin only played one long, and it was Rain playing long, and he ended up falling. So it was just I'm sure that the Mumble was very stressful for Kinguin, which is why you saw Michael actually with the team kill as well.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe someone even called, hey, they're already through, you know.
Which was the case. Yeah. I mean, they were a ramp, and communication, again, issues. Michael probably didn't even know that Scream was actually trying to help him out.
Yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate that they line up in that sense. I don't think Michael could have done anything different.
But he can this round. Great job. Is he going to go for the jump? No scope. He will. He almost hits it. Going to try one more time. He actually legs Taz. Oh, my lord. And now, well, Taz is actually going to get the refrag there on Dennis instead. So it's still a 2v3. And BYOC still has HP. They've got 4 grenades left here on the VP side, but there's a Molotov on Fox, and that's great for the position right now that VP is holding. That's going to make it very tough for the Polish team to stay alive, and you can see Fox, even through the smoke, he can line it up easily, so they have to run out of the bomb site. Michael to get the kill, and Taz, last man standing, sprays one and goes for another headshot, but he's trapped here, and he's going to get stabbed in the back. Fox will come up with a kill, and that will be finally a round for Kinguin here, 6-8.
I mean, if Kinguin ends up getting 7 rounds here, I would say that's actually not a bad half from them.
No, that's perfectly fine. Even 9-6 could be interesting, seeing as how teams tend to get more rounds on the T side these days.
This is actually a really, really cool fake, because a lot of, it's not a really fake, but it's a cool play from Michaelele, because most people, if they don't get the shot on the first guy, will instantly fall back. Yeah. And Michaelele sort of fakes falling back, and then he actually goes for the reshot again. So quite smart play, I think, for the Kinguin AWP.
More aggression on Cat as well. Michaelele trying to keep this up. Well, decides to back off, though.
Yeah, he saw that he was dropped fast Cat, the guy jumping over middle. So that call was actually made, which is why Michaelele opted to not push.
Oh, dangerous. Well, Fox getting the opening frag over by B, definitely going to help them out. And now, are they actually going to go for it? VP, they're going to run right through the smoke, Scream inside, gets the one, but he can't spray down the second. Fox still alive in the back lines and almost goes down. Got to be careful. There was a guy holding up there, but simultaneous kills to end the half, making it 7-8 in favor of VP. But I think you're right, though. 7 rounds, not too bad. This is anybody's game at this point.
I think this is still the best shot for Kinguin. I think they can pick up this map based off of aim alone. They get those ops, and look at the impact that they have. VP only really had it easy once they managed to get the ops out of once the force buying began again for Kinguin. They seem to have a tendency to that. They don't have that confidence in their game yet where they're willing to say, okay, eat another round of eco. It's fine. We'll make it up.
Yeah.
They still have that pressure on them to go for those buys and whatever, skimp on the utility just to get rifles. I feel like that might be hurting them, but in the end, they managed to bring it back to 7 rounds, so this is still solid going into the next half. But T side, I see Scream lined up for B. I see him lined up for upper halls here. What do we got going? Straight YOLO B, straight rush? Hey, it works.
They have the spawn for it.
Yeah,
so
it's perfect.
Now it depends. I mean, if the smoke goes down, then they should cancel it. If not, and it's not down yet, they might try and push through. Snack's going to pick up a kill there, but in the corner, no, he's hiding inside the smoke. I'm not even sure it is right now, but Snack's looking for more kills. Dennis eventually taking him out, and Neo coming out of the smoke to get the 1 kill. And Kinguin playing this one quite well. It's a 3v3, and the bomb should be going down.
Unless a kill can happen very quickly here for Virtus.pro, it's going to be a bit touch and go for them. Dennis still holding on doors. The spot that he lost that duel versus Neo, so we'll see if he can make it up here. 2 players on B slope for Virtus.pro right now. A single man in upper dark looking to get that flank, and he gives away his position. Scream now knows that he's a bit exposed here, and Michael also down to 2 HP, but Michael and Dennis going to town right now. 2 kills for Dennis, and that now makes it a near impossible situation for Pasha. He's going to get caught in that crossfire, and Dennis with a quad kill to wrap it up in the end.
Did VP end up winning the pistol round on their CT side?
Yeah, did they? Yeah, I think.
Bring up the scoreboard real quick, please.
I'm pretty sure Kinguin did.
No, VP did, right? And then they force bought Kinguin, and then they say
triple.
Yeah.
Triple for
you're
VP.
Right, you're right. Absolutely right.
Brings it back and forth here. But if ever there was a situation.
This still means out of the 4 pistol rounds we've had in these 2 maps, Kinguin have won 3 of them.
Yeah.
And that's important.
Exactly.
It's very important. Considering, again, if you just base it off of the teams, right? Kinguin are obviously underdogs, winning those pistols, and again, coming into Dust 2, at least winning this the T-sided pistol. Because in every kind of scenario, like if you ever end up like playing a team like Kinguin, most of the times you just want to opt to actually remove Dust 2. Because this should be by far their best map.
It's like the historically scrimmy map, right?
Yeah.
We've always said, if you're the underdog at Dust 2, you get into these aim fights, and that's where you start to see just how dangerous Kinguin can be. Michael, Fox, their whole team is based around aim.
Oh, Snacks jumping and shooting with the 5-7 here. I'm glad that Kinguin were speeding up behind the push here. As soon as they saw the scout, they killed the scout player, but then they still push up anyway very quickly here. And Rain to get a good double kill in so far. Snacks last man alive, and just looking over at long, see if he can get a couple of exit frags and maybe steal a rifle from somebody. Wouldn't be too bad, and he does a lot of damage and takes down Michael. So expensive round either way here for Kinguin.
I love it. Snacks just backing off. He did what he needed to do, which is get that 3rd kill, make sure that somebody's going to be forcing on Kinguin in the next round. So he can change it up, look to see if he can't get any more here, or maybe find a gun to work with. There it is, the scout. Wow, perfect round here for Snacks in the end. This is ideal. So somebody's going to have to force on Kinguin's side, and that's going to hurt them here. That's going to definitely have an impact on the money. Rain is currently the richest on the team with 4,450, so they're still off the mark as far as the AWPs are concerned, but they have another round here to farm up Kinguin. As VP, they can't really spend too much here.
Yeah, and considering it was only Snacks that obviously, yeah, sure, he saved the scout, but he only has an armor. For Rain here, having the Mac that he should be hunting frags. He should be the first guy in, and then Michael Lillis should be the second guy because he only has a pistol basically. Have the AKs a little bit further back, doing the duels for you.
Rain already being tagged up there a little bit, got caught with a grenade out. Snacks pushing upper, and he's going to get the perfect timing on the bomb carrier as well. If he wins this next fight, he will take down Dennis. This is unreal. Snacks is a complete god right now. That's going to drop the bomb in upper dark, and Virtus.pro know it. BYOC maybe could have waited just a little bit with that flank there. That's going to give Kinguin at least the chance to get back in the game here, and they've got time. So as long as they play as a unit, this is still definitely winnable for the terrorist side.
And you can see all 3 going together as well. Taz turns away from that flash, so we'll see if he can hit that timing right, but he's definitely he will have heard the steps. So now Virtus.pro, they know what's happening. Neo still with the scout, double AK crossfire attempt, and there's the first shot, gets the tag. That's gonna make life a little bit easier, and there it is. Taz steps in, gets that 1 kill, drawing the attention to himself.
Pasha come charging through the smoke, but there's a guy behind him. He sprays crazily and ends up getting the kill onto Fox, and now it's Michael alone. They're all so low on health, but he is in a 1v3, has the bomb, 30 seconds left, and goes for it, picks up one. He's got to get 2 more for a quad in the round, but it's not going to happen. Pasha will take him out, and that's a huge turnaround, and all the credit has to go to Snacks in this round. And that was a crazy double.
Yeah, and Kinguin, the initial play, they just opted to do off default. Scream actually had a team member that could just help him out in B tunnel, making sure that doesn't happen. Because when it was sure it was bad timing, he picked up a nade when it into B, and he managed to push. But always make sure you always have whenever you want to do a default like that, knowing that they have an eco, play 2 and 2 together, so you don't end up so that doesn't happen, especially when you have the bomb.
Yeah.
That's the main issue. The bomb carrier. If it's just the one guy, you can back off and maybe try and push somewhere else on the map. But the fact that VP get that bomb control, that makes all the difference.
I mean, I don't want to make too much of it, but if that's, you know, that could be one of the things that comes back to haunt Kinguin at the end of this game. I mean, right now VP obviously get to win a round and then go straight into rifles, and Kinguin on the other hand, they've got the orb on Michael, yes, but he's got no armor, and there's a Tech 9 on Dennis, so it's already impacted them quite a bit, and it could get even worse. Also down to 1 smoke now.
It's going to be that cap push, it looks like, for Kinguin. 50 seconds have gone by, waiting for the smoke to clear here. Rain just hoping to see somebody, anybody for a headshot here.
And look at the timing. That was a triple push into Upper Dark from VP. So now, if they don't push quick here on Kinguin's side, they're going to run out of time straight up, and Fox is going to get the opening frag there. Snack sprays down 1, 2, 3. He's going to get every single one in the middle, and this is looking great here for Virtus.pro. Snacks is saving them 1 round at a time, and Michael, there's nothing he could do. He runs right back into BYOC. This was actually a great start for Kinguin. They got the opening frag. If they drop Snacks in the middle, the round is probably theirs.
Yeah, because the B side would have been completely open. Look at that. Yeah. He's the sole defender here, holding the line. Bit of a crossfire as well. Taz helping him from a bit, or from long there, but it didn't really pan out too well for Kinguin. And now back to pistols for them, so definitely not an ideal situation here for the mixed team. Whereas VP, they get everything they need. Now's their chance to farm.
Yeah, this is one of the rounds as well, considering they are on the CT side on Dust 2, where you don't want to end up losing players. Just play it very safe here, even though maybe even let Kinguin get the bomb down if you feel like you can't hold it. Now King doesn't have any nades, so it should be basically just easy pickings for Pasha here, but just make sure you stay alive and you build your economy moving forward.
The shots, I mean, Taz doing what's what. Pasha just holding the line with the shots as well. And I mean, what is this? The longest duel in the history of duels, pretty much. BYOC's guys back as well, and Kinguin have somehow, well, they've gotten control of the site. Only problem is that the bomb got dropped down onto CT slope, and so that's certainly not going to make things easy here for Kinguin.
No, because they don't have any nades either, and they're not getting the weapons because they died very far back towards the car. So
that's just unfortunate. Bomb gets dropped down there. I mean, really, what can you do?
Yeah, real shame. I mean, $800 bonus on everyone on that team for the bomb plant would have actually helped them out a fair bit here. It's 11-9, and they can still buy, but with the, if they'd had the bomb plant, they would have had the orb as well. Quite literally, that bomb plant was the difference between AKs and orbs. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, but now they have some nades at least. I mean, it feels like every time you see Kinguin go for rifles, they're always forcing, but now at least they have some Molotovs, they have some smokes, they have something to work with. Pasha not going to find a target in mid, unfortunately for him, but Snacks does go, he steps forward and does trade 1-for-1. Scream, however, is going to take out Taz, so this aggression from VP not really panning out. Comes down to BYOC now, he needs to find the headshot, and he's not going to get it.
Well, trying to stay alive up there on Catwalk. Yeah, Virtus.pro actually being punished for something that, in my opinion, at least for a while, they were one of the best teams at doing, which is this mid aggression. They're very, very aggressive, and they do usually have 2, or sometimes, as you saw, BYOC a little bit late, but 3 people pushing middle like that. Very hard to deal with, very annoying.
Very frustrating, the fact that Scream hits the 2 headshots, really, doing what he does best. Fox still holding long, so BYOC can't really get clever, but he's holding up on the site right now for Virtus.pro. VP basically trying to cover all the points of entry onto these different sites with the man holding in mid as well. That comes down to whether Neo can actually try and push and get some content, and yes, he will. He actually catches Fox off guard, but Michael hits the headshot on BYOC, and that's going to basically make his efforts null and void.
It seemed like a good conversion from a 4v3 into a 2v3 with the bomb plant here. Not at all bad. Pasha pushing up behind, but he's going to get caught with the AWP, so no problem at all. And Neo, not a lot that he could do. 10-11. What do you think? I mean, Kinguin They looked like they took their time. Once they got the early trade, they really thought about what they want to do with their round.
Yeah, it's actually very smart considering VP is one of those teams where if they do lose a member early, they want to try and get a revenge frag, and Kinguin knew that it's just about holding, especially when it's a 4-on-3 situation on Dust 2 as well, because the map is so between the bomb sites. It's a very long run. Just trying to play a little bit defensive, take your time, then ending up like having the Molotov as well, Molotoving off the A bomb site, because obviously that's where you're going to be holding if you hold the A bomb site yourself. You're not going to be by the car, because then you're basically stuck.
Well, countdown begins and we get into it. Michael Lille ventures a shot, no tag this time, so B defense remains intact over on VP's side. Very standard fare actually coming from both teams here, although they do decide to push too close along. Curious to see what VP are going to do, if they're going to commit to actually trying to go in here, because Pasha does have that op. But nobody's holding really aggressive for Kinguin either, so both teams trying to feel each other out and realizing, wait, we actually don't really have much to go off of apart from we're not seeing anybody anywhere.
Yeah, now they're going to leave him back here. It looks like they will. Pasha's going to be holding long alone, which is still going to give them some decent information to VP about at least what's not happening at long. So once they hear someone else anywhere else on the map right now, they're going to be able to put 2 and 2 together and probably guess what's up next. And it looks like it's going to be B-split. In fact, it's 100% sure at this point in time. Taz holding CT spawn, going to be peeking out there, almost over peeking that angle, flashing out and trying to buy time, but the call has already been made. Pasha hasn't seen anyone long, and they know what's
People
up.
in B tunnel need to go.
They need to get in there. Where's the pronged attack here? Snacks is going to be able to push out. He's on to be a slope, but there's a man backing him. Exactly. Scream lands the shot for free. Taz can't do anything to help him. He's on the wrong side of that smoke. And Pasha has pushed out, but really, VP falling apart in this round. Scream can hold the line.
Yeah, but that, I think you're absolutely right though. That exposed a big weakness for the Kinguin team. If the guys in the middle got shut down, then no one would be there to flank an upper. And yeah, I mean, it's lucky they got all the kills in the middle. Otherwise, that could have really backfired on them.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the whole thing. I like the fact that Kinguin actually just went out mid first to take the duel in seat spawn. By the time they actually saw someone, that's when he smoked it off. Because you saw there, like, Snacks could have been caught off guard very easily. But the people in B tunnel, as soon as they're on mid, moving towards up to the B bomb site, they need to rush in as well. Because otherwise, you don't get that sandwich effect. It's basically you're letting a VP take duels one by one. Sure, they ended up winning the round, but it could end up a lot worse for Kinguin.
It could have been a lot worse in two ways as well, because sure, they spot they spot Taz in CT, but Pasha was literally like half a second off of being able to peek with that op as well. It could have been Taz and Pasha both waiting there to take that fight mid.
Yep.
Instead, it was only Taz, and Kinguin were able to put up the smoke fast enough to negate Pasha. So just timing really playing into Kinguin's hands there. As far as Virtus Pro are concerned, though, they're going to go for the buy. So AWP on Pasha, Scout for Neo, and then a mix on the rest of it.
I kind of like this play, though. I mean, Neo jump scouting in the middle, and then 2 people on catwalk. If I get the call from my teammates that there's some guy jump scouting down the middle, I'm not going to think that there are going to be 2 other people aggressive on catwalk. Somehow that just doesn't correspond very well. And Pasha going to pick up the kill as a result, taking down Scream for a nice opening frag. I think Neo is just a distraction here.
Just trying to draw attention over on that B site. And oh man, they nearly hit that wallbang through the smoke. That would have been perfect. Rain so close to getting that shot dead onto Snacks, who has that 5-7 right now. But hell, he got 2 kills with the 5-7 earlier. Not going to say that this guy is weak because of it.
The Kinguin opting to go B again.
There's the tag from Neo though.
Snacks had better come up big here, looking for a headshot, but he's getting overpowered. Simply too many targets all at once, and Taz going to have a chance. That Molotov almost would have been better with a smoke grenade. Either way, this is going to be a very tough retake indeed for Kinguin, or for Virtus Pro. Trading early on, Taz going to end up going down anyway, and Pasha and Bayali 2v3.
Still making the fight out of this. Pasha looking for a target, but the call is going to have to come through unless they can get a kill instantly here. Smoke is just now clearing up for Bialy in Upper Dark, and Pasha still hanging around at B slope, but they're really just looking for exits at this point. They want to try and make this costly for Kinguin. You got to wonder, though, just because VP are so low on money right now, whether it's worthwhile for them to hang around. And it does look like Bialy's going to be the one with the fight on his hands. There's the easy shot for Pasha. He connects. Bialy trades 1 for 1, and Rain going to be able to make it out of there intact. He even saves the AWP for Kinguin, so well played on his part.
Yeah, and just looking at money now, VP is in a very tough situation. And this is all where the economy comes into play. Even losing the 2 members a few rounds ago on that clock eco is the difference between actually managing, perhaps maybe buying buying weapons this round, because you do have Pasha with an op. He could have dropped the farmers if he wanted to. Taz had money enough to buy as well if he wanted to.
Oh, best case scenario right now is just like a 1-round save situation for Virtus.pro. If Pasha stays alive with this op, I mean, they're going to be buying in the next round regardless of what happens. But if he has that op, then he can drop for somebody who only had the 2,000 at the beginning of this round.
Yeah, you want to be very careful if you're VP here though. As soon as they find out that Pasha has the op here, and the other has shown themselves having pistols, they're just gonna skip Pasha. They're just gonna, okay, well he's here. We'll either just push up Cat, flash him over, or get the bomb out, or just B again.
Oh, there's a pop flash, and it's not very effective. Taz able to turn away in time. He's going to be able to take that shot point blank, and he nearly gets 2. So close. He does get the 1 headshot on the screen, though, so that's going to slow them down somewhat. And Neo on the slope, looking for a shot of his own. Going to take this fight and drop the man down to 6 HP. Rain barely hanging in there.
Yeah, and they just negated Pasha. He didn't do anything this round. He didn't, like, even though saving, sure, obviously, like, him saving, because he's well equipped with the op and all the nades and armor and kit, so he needs to stay alive here. But the fact that Kinguin just basically strictly avoided him because they knew that he saved his off, it's just way better for them. Because again, they're getting four players here. If they don't end up following, you know, they're just building an economy.
Pasha, man, why are you there? Well, everything you just said, no, goodbye.
Well, that was... I thought I was old. Please use the trigger. So they end up falling, and you know, all the money that he had on the train.
Hold on.
Pew pew. Shots have been fired.
I hope to see a replay. I have no idea what Pasha did. It's like, yeah, okay, they can't see me. I'm stealth mode right now. I'm just gonna wait.
Wait, are they a T-Rex now? If I don't move, they won't see me. Like,
here we go. Look at this. Hello, please shoot the trigger. No. Oh God.
He's in his wheelchair trying to
Oh, he's not happy. He can hear me right now. Look at the death stare right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to take that fight, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
Look amused.
Yeah, no.
That, by the way, was a really sick round from Rain as well. I think that was 4 kills again and some pretty good headshots. So, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, right now Veep is in trouble. Not saving the op, sure, they're gonna be able to buy here, but losing this round again, you're not gonna have enough money. Like, you can force buy, but you're not gonna have.
This is gonna be it. This is the round, pretty much. Kinguin have a real shot at going to a 3rd map here.
And Kinguin have a lot of money, so even if they lose, they can buy out basically for the duration of this half now. Obviously, if they get the bomb, not even losing their clutch situation. So it's a very tough situation for VP.
I guess we're witnessing some sort of tactical timeout here. Is that true?
I do believe so. Yeah.
There's a lot of talking happening over on Virtus.pro's side.
Yeah, figuring out how they can get revenge on Flower and calling Pasha old.
I think that's pretty straightforward. Pasha's just going to come hunt you down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm out of here.
Yeah, he knows where you are.
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
He has to be where the mics are.
Yeah.
Very good. Right now, I feel like VP they're just, I don't know if they're overthinking it or if
they are. Well, you can see this is not how VP normally plays. They don't. Normally, they're a very confident team. Even if they end up losing the duels, they are very confident. So, and here you see again Pasha getting their op anyway. Actually see a double op, but no nades on Pasha. So.
Well, he finds the opening frag on Dennis as well, so that's a good start here by Ali. He's still being somewhat aggressive, and I'm not a big fan of that. It would have been fine, but if Pasha gets the kill, there's not a lot of reason to risk it right now. And, well, Taz in the middle will get that frag. Now, no more duels, please, on the VP side. 5v3, all they have to do is split up in either bomb side, and it's almost 100% win here.
I like it. They're using Dennis' boost down in CT as well, so if they try and push out mid right now, Taz is boosted up on those boxes. If it's a B split, if it's anything of the sort, Taz is going to be ready and waiting, and that allows for the 2 players here. No, 2 players. That's a decoy, rather. But the 2 players holding on the B side to just stay positive and stay calm, not really need to go for the peaks, but Michael is going to find the kill on Neo nonetheless.
Yeah, this is exactly what Kinguin wants right now. They want the duels. They want to try and even out the score, so... Do see the bomb. I would opt for an A split here. You have one in seed spawn, sure, but if you knowing that he's boosted, well, they don't know that, but you do still have the.
Oh, Viali with a very good off angle there. You can see Rain sort of thought, all right, he's not going to be standing in the middle of everything, but he kind of did. So Fox pushing up, can he win the fight? No, he's also going to be looking the wrong way, and Pasha will take him out. So now Michael 15 seconds in a 1v4. Not very doable at all. Pasha taking out 3 members of the Kinguin team in that round, making it to 13-12. And let's be honest, it's already kind of difficult playing as a mixed team, but closing out games is also like, then that's actually where you need like a level of collective team focus to really make it happen. And I don't know, like I think this is where things get really tough for Kinguin, but they have it within their grasp. This is super winnable for them.
If they win this round right here, they break VP's back. That's the thing. We need consecutive rounds for Virtus.pro. They have to keep their cool, and they are going for a different approach this time. Double push onto Cat. They've had success with it in the past, and Pasha's here with his AWP. Last time this happened, Kinguin just ran into it, but it looks like they're being a little bit more careful this time around, not willing to go for that peek. There's the flash. Peekaboo moment, but it's not going to happen. Pasha playing it very patiently. Instead, it's going to be Neo trying to open it up here with some aggression, changing up his angle. You got to like this.
Oh, it's so close as well. Kinguin all the time right at the edge. The problem is here, if Neo gets the kill, there's no one nearby. They're all in the middle here, so if they rush him down and he's going to miss the shot, smoke is going to go up though, and yeah, they're going to just rush right in on a great move from Kinguin. Very smart play here. Snax gets a kill. Neo actually gets one, but now Taz has to show up to the bomb side and try and see if he can stop this, but he can't. Bomb will go down here, and it's going to be a tough retake once again for VP.
Yeah, nade's going down, and it's not going to be good enough. 3-on-3 situation, and Michael Lilly thinking about getting into Upper Dark. He's in a bit of an awkward spot out here, but he does have his teammates to support. Fresh smokes going down to block off the walls. Molotovs as well. They're just throwing everything. Kinguin, including
yeah, but
the
they have so much time. Like, they're wasting so many nades right now, not even having the bomb down.
Fox trades 1-for-1. Bialy does bring it back. Bialy going to get shut down point blank by Michael Lilly, however, and that's going to put Pasha in a bit of an awkward spot. 1v2 for him, and it's going to be a crossfire that he's walking into now. Man holding on the site, and Michael Lilly holding Upper Dark, and he's giving away his position.
Bomb is great for him here. Michael Lilly going to win the round, make it 14-12. I feel like the position for Neo would have been absolutely great if he had another teammate inside the bomb site, because that way he can take the shot and risk it, and even if he fails it or if he gets a kill, they rush him down, he's got some backup there. But the fact is, even if he got the first kill, it still would have made sense, I think, for Kinguin to speed up behind it. Once they know he's in that corner, just try and go for it.
They did have one by the window, so he actually got the frag. It's just that by the time when you don't gonna have any anti-flashes coming in, yeah, you're gonna end up having duel. And since Neo missed the first one, you could have ended up having 2, and then you had Snax by the window getting 1 as well. Then it would have been in favor of VP. But because he missed the first shot, not getting any flashbangs or any kind of help except for that for him shooting some bullets from the window, like you're saying, it's a very bad situation, especially with the op.
Well, Snax here's the steps, but there's the flash. Perfect timing, and Rain takes the peek mid-doors, picks off Snax easy. And with the smoke down as well, there's no possibility for a return here, although Taz is trying to jump close. He's trying to see if anybody's getting up onto the box. Not going to find that angle, however, and no free kill, unlike the last time where he was able to pick off Scream. So man advantage now for Kinguin, and they're trying to change it up as well. They've been hitting B a lot, but they're going to go back to A.
Seems like the perfect choice at this point in time. Bialy,
yeah, there's no one there.
The only one down here, and I mean, he can't really stop, obviously, the bomb from going down, so might just be sort of a straight save into trying to fight for overtime here for VP.
Seems like it's going to be the case, because they really are a bit behind on this. They need to hit the headshot instantly, and Taz drawing an outline, finally connects with 1 bullet, but that's just not going to be good enough. He's down to 3 HP, gets caught by Michael Lilly, and now it's a 2-man advantage here for Kinguin holding on to the A site. They have no business hanging around here, Virtus.pro. I mean, Bialy, unless he can hit the shot instantly right here, but it's just not meant to be.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any HP for this. And they're not going to have a lot of money. Neo should run towards either, just stick around here, try and get a kill, or run towards long and save the weapon.
We sometimes talk about there being like 2 different versions of VP, and I'd say today we're definitely seeing like the much more timid, like, you know, weird version, essentially. This is really far from like the A team.
The ideal. Doubt about it. Now,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like Kinguin has been playing a very solid T-half, and he ends up falling as well, which is even worse. Yeah, no, but like very solid T-half coming in from Kinguin. We're actually working together quite a bit more than we actually saw on Train on their T side.
Well, this is their pick. Let's keep that in mind. So, seems like Dust 2 at least they're very comfortable. Whereas Virtus.pro,
that's what I was saying.
Like, again with the cat push.
I mean, we were initially surprised. Henry was talking about this. Why on earth was Dust 2 even left in the pool? And
it's the one map you don't want to play against a team like Kinguin.
Right now it seems to be backfiring, so that's super exciting. That means we're very likely going to go on to Cashier as a third map, and who doesn't want that? It's a best of 3 after all, and let's be honest, it was pretty close to Kinguin being able to win Train, which means it could have actually been 2-0 in favor of Kinguin, and no one really predicted that, so that could have been very interesting as well. BYOC with a bit of a sneak up from behind, and there is, well, nobody covering at the moment. They're going to put a couple of grenades over and look like some new and interesting grenades here from Kinguin being tossed over where that skybox is open. Pasha fighting a lot of people. It's going to be up to BYOC coming up from behind, but he's already being spotted, and Dennis will take him out.
There's not a whole lot he can do. What a headshot from Scream as well, catching Snacks, who was dancing on the edge of the smoke. And while this is just setting it up now for Kinguin, Rain presses forward, takes out Pasha. It's going to be Neo and Taz, the last two alive here for Virtus.pro, doing the best they can, but it's just not going to be good enough. Although Neo does win a duel at long, it's still a 1-on-4 situation with him 5-7 in hand and a couple of nades, and he's chucking those out now, trying to, I suppose, create some space. But then 4 guys just waiting for him, instant death, and it's a 1-1 situation now in maps. Kinguin bring it back on Dust 2.
Super cool. I mean, yeah, I was impressed on Train, impressed on Dust 2 as well. Michael did really well, but it was actually, I think, Dennis top fragging at the end. It also shows you that they're not just relying on, you know, like one guy out-oping everyone. As a team, they played pretty well. I'm impressed.
Yeah, you got to give it to them. But guys, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break before we come back and break down this map for you. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in roughly 5 minutes' time.